Hey guys, Producer Millian here, coming at ya. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining me here on the vlog and welcome. On the last vlog that I did, I started telling you about a recent trip that I took with my family to Disneyland and how I was working really hard to get pre-caught up, if that makes sense. And then what happened was when I came back, I somehow fell behind. I got caught up, and then when I got back, I don't know what happened. The work just kind of went just all over the place. Next thing I know, I'm behind again. So for the last couple weeks, I haven't done a vlog, and for a couple reasons. Number one is, well, I'm working. Number two is that I've been spending some time watching other vlog videos. I've been reading some books. I have been just researching and learning how to do this right, how to work the video software is another thing, and just playing around and experimenting. So hopefully as I get better with this, these will become more regular and you can kind of have something to expect and kind of know what's what. So again, thanks for joining me. But what I want to talk to you about today is based on the last vlog where I was kind of loaded up with work. Now that I'm back, now I'm finally caught up here a couple weeks later in this whole thing. I'm finally caught up, and the problem is, now I'm starting to get worried. And the reason I'm getting worried is because to me it feels like, oh crap, business is drying up. If you understand kind of where I come from in business, something called the lost decade, which I will explain to you in a future vlog, we'll go over that some other time. I'll tell you that full story because it's kind of detailed. But if you kind of understand where I come from in business background and what has happened to me in the past, this is not something I'm real comfortable with. I don't like to just kind of let it flow and see what happens. No. And what I want to talk to you about today is the topic of planting seeds when the times are good. In other words, when you're busy, whatever your work is. Now I'm a solopreneur. I'm basically a one-man show. I do everything front to back in my business because, well, generally I don't get along well with people. And I'm better as an individual. I really am the lone wolf type. I'm really good at it. So in my business, because I do voiceover work, I really don't have to do much. People send me stuff online, I do it, record it, send it back to them online, they pay me, life's good. And during times like these, this last year and a half to 2 years, my business has exploded. It has been phenomenal, and I've had work coming out the yin-yang. And if you've ever had work coming out your yin-yang, you know, it kind of feels good. But during these times, during the good times, during the feast times, you have to prepare for the famine. And what I mean is this: when business is good, you have to still cultivate more business. You still have to put out more and more and more, even though for the time it seems like you're doing okay. And the reason that you want to do this is because you don't want to wait until the slow times to actually get motivated. You have to stay on it all the time, because nothing lasts forever. And let me just lay that right out for you. If you look, especially in our culture in recent times, that when it comes to certain big name stores or music artists or things such as those, they run a course and then they disappear. The reason is because if you're not willing to keep repositioning yourself or reinventing yourself, as some people say, you're going to run a course like a roller coaster, and eventually you're going to pull back into the station and you're going to walk away. So if you want to be in your business, if you love what you do like I do, which I mean, I absolutely adore the work that I do. I've never been happier in my life. If you love the work that you do, I want to encourage you that when times are good, when times are bad, constantly keep planting seeds and getting yourself out there. Just yesterday, I was on Amazon. I was on a couple places where authors put their books. I was sending out emails to people, and I was real simple about it. I said, hi, I was writing about your books. I noticed I didn't see any audiobooks. If you need those, that's something I could help with. Let me know if you want to talk. Here I am. And that's what I just sent out. And I actually got one main response with a guy who's got several books, so hopefully that'll work out well. And I could be able to help him. And that's a perfect example that during these times when times are still kind of good, even though I'm feeling kind of weird about it, even though I'm kind of feeling a little worried, to be very real with you, I feel constantly like business is just going to dry up, everybody's just going to walk out on me and I'm going to be done. And it happens a lot, and again, it's from what I've been through with some of this stuff. But I've sort of resigned myself to the fact that even as busy as it gets, that's how much more work I'm going to do to keep putting it out there, because I am not going through that again. So I want to encourage you that in your business, same as in my business, you have to keep planting seeds, not only when times are good, but especially when the times are good. That's when you harvest out everything you have, you store it up, so when the bad times do happen, you're prepared for it. Because every major thing, okay, now I understand certain cases this doesn't happen, but in most, 99% of major cases, you can prevent problems by being properly prepared for them. And that's the trick. When I was doing voice training, there was something that my teacher used to tell me. It was called proper preparation prevents poor performance. Meaning that if you're always prepared, if you have everything ready to go, that when that moment arrives, you're ready to handle it. So I have to encourage you that in your business, and I'm not one of these like motivational speaker types that are going to sit here and blow smoke in your ear end about how you got to get motivated and how great and grand life is and throw out buzzwords like abundance and stuff like that. I don't do that crap. Mainly because it took me a lost decade of my life to finally figure out what I love to do and be successful at what I do, and I want you to be successful too. So I'm going to give it to you straight on this stuff, okay? Now, with that said, go plant the seeds, get it out now. Always, always, always be getting your message out there, letting people know who you are, because even if you put a message out to someone and it turns out not to work out, I've had plenty of times where people have come back to me 4 or 5 months later and say, hey, remember you quoted me this, can you still do it? So get the seeds out there. You never know when a harvest is going to break out. So store up the good for the bad times, prepare yourself properly, and I guarantee it'll work out in your favor. So keep fighting out there. Guys, anytime you want to hit me up, my website is millian.com, MILLIAN.com. Also on Twitter at Producer Millian, on Facebook at Producer Millian Quinteros. And if you would please be so kind as to subscribe to my channel here so that we can hang out and build a little community and we can just kind of share war stories about being in business and just life and hanging out. So that's what I do here. I'm a real simple guy. I'm a simple guy with kind of a lot of opinions about stuff. And I'm just going to share it with you and just be real with you, and I hope you appreciate that. So, guys, thanks for checking it out. See you next time. Producer Millian, coming at you. See you soon. Bye-bye.